Hey, I am going to do a practice video on noses because it's something I obviously need to work on after doing several paintings of faces so far. So what we're going to do is quickly discuss nose outlines and nose shapes. Since this is the top layer, I will get my black paint and we'll discuss noses. Usually this will be the space in between the eyes. And then from there, you'll usually go down at a point. And then you'll go like that. Sorry, my lines are not straight. It's really hard with this app. Especially when you're painting in the middle of thin air. Anyway, so you get a basic shape of the nose. And this is if you're going for this view. Sometimes you might have the nose more pointed up. And then this part here, I need more paint, will be like this. And then it'll go up from there. And on a face where you have your eyes, and then your nose, alright, so let's say that this is the top part of your face. Usually, you can get your mouth placement and then do your mouth like that. Okay. So anyway, we're just focusing on the noses. Some people's noses go at a curve from the side view. Some go straight, some go straight down. And then goes to the side. But what I want to focus on, do I have it up? Yeah, I'm in the middle of doing this Johnny Depp painting. You'll see in a different video. If you look at the nose, okay. Usually in paintings, let me get a different brush. We'll go on a different layer. It's not the palette I want. Okay, here we go. Usually, you got your normal paint. Sometimes it'll be a little dark because you're going around the eyes. Need to go a little darker. But it works down into the side of the nose. And then you'll get kind of light halfway. And then depending on the nose, sometimes you'll get dark again. And then based on how your nose, the bottom of your nose is, it could get darker here with a little bit of light on top. And that just depends on your lighting. So what I'm going to do now is practice on noses. So let's just say I'm doing my nose. And we'll do more rounded nose. And so this side area here, or the side area, is usually another ball, which will be, if you can see my little pointer, this little side rounded piece. And then we'll go up slightly to form that shape. Okay. Usually if light is hitting it, a little more white on that. Alright. And then we're going to go a little bit darker around the sides. Oh no. Well, I messed that nose up, but that's okay. That's what I get for letting my hand slip. That's okay. It's savable. Slightly a little more darker at the top. And that's okay, because usually where the nose goes up to the forehead, there'll be the little dark line as well. It doesn't really have it here, but you can see like cracks and everything. A crack. Okay. Now let's just say we're looking head on. We're going to create shadow to the lower part of the nose. And this is what gets me every time. Even though I seem to be doing a fairly good job now. We're going to add maybe some paint down there. Okay. Add a little more highlight. Okay. Now one thing that gets me is like this little line as it curves around the corner. I seem to always mess that up. So we're going to do this. Blended it too much, but that's okay. Okay. See, that don't look too bad. And then we'll add some white. Some warm white. Down here. Usually some shade coming from the nose. Okay. Unfortunately, everybody has these holes, and that's what gets me. Everything gets me, but especially nose holes, which is why I'm doing the video. Because usually when I do these things, they look so way out of place. Or they don't match. But as soon as I start doing a video about it, I end up doing a good one. Look at that. Okay. So there's my first nose. Based off this shape. And we did go in a little bit to create that line where the base of the nose meets the face. This part is darker than the rest of the nose, and then we show our highlights. And then it's darker because of the eyes, and then the top of the bridge. And slightly different shade underneath the nose. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to the top one, and we're going to try and do a side nose. Don't worry if your outline is messy. Because you're painting anyway, and it can be fixed. Okay, so now we have our side nose. We'll go with this color. More pinkish. And there's our brow. I'm going to go up here. And delete our outline. Okay. So here we have a side nose. We still have this part of the edge, which is right here. Or right there. This bottom part of the nose, right there. And the side pieces are right in here. The eyes are right in here, which will be darker. And then the brow will be there. So, I added a little bit of pink tones to this. Oh. So we're just going to go ahead and add our darkness because our eyes are right there. Oh, I did the wrong layer. We need to get on the right layer. Okay. So there's our shading around the eyes. That went down into the front part of the nose. I think we'll use this one. Yeah, I need more white. Okay. So now we're doing this bottom part of the nose. We're going to add our shading. And I need to create that around I think we need to add some highlight. Okay. And then we'll add a little bit of the let's go deep. Okay. Alright. So there we have two noses. And they both go in this type format. The bottom part for shading, and the side parts for this little area here.